Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session and City Council meeting that took place on Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. In the work session, the Goal Foundation Executive Director Eric Baumann presented the organization's annual report by request of the Council. Before the pandemic, the Goal Foundation produced and supported events like the Ogden Marathon, Winter Race Circuit, El Doce, Sweaty Yeti Bash, Xterra, Tour of Utah, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and several youth programs. Due to COVID-19, many of these events had to be canceled in 2020. The foundation took on the challenge to reinvent themselves and host events virtually like races and pliking. The council requested an update from Public Services regarding recycling after the city stopped hauling recyclables to Recycle Earth on March 3rd due to violations of its conditional use permits. Because it is the most viable option, the city is working with Recycled Earth to become compliant with their permits so that recycling can resume. Alternatives are also being considered. In the meantime, Public Services is encouraging recycling efforts to continue as recycling could resume at any time. The council received 2 proposed subdivision ordinance amendments from the Planning Department. The first would update the classifications and widths of different street types to be consistent with the city's engineering standards, as well as the recently adopted Transportation Master Plan. The amendments also provide standards for new residential alleys and add streetlights as part of the required public improvements for subdivisions. The second would remove the requirement for a public hearing when reviewing a preliminary subdivision plat and instead require a public input opportunity at a public meeting. The amendments also propose to update the process for subdivisions of 10 or fewer lots classified as small subdivisions to allow the mayor to approve the subdivision rather than the planning commission where no street dedication is proposed. In the city council meeting, the council and mayor recognized Ogden Pride for hosting their annual Ogden Pride Festival virtually and their continued support of the local LGBTQ+ community. In a unanimous vote, the council adopted a joint resolution with the mayor that encourages Ogden residents to wear a mask to prevent the spread of COVID-19. This was done in support of the Mask Up Weber campaign launched by Weber County. The Natural Resources and Sustainability Stewardship Committee presented its first ever annual review to the council. Since its inception in April of 2019, the committee has prioritized areas of focus and created subcommittees to address each one. The committee has provided recommendations and feedback for Utah House Bill 411, the Utah Energy Wise Communities Plan, and is in the process of responding to a request from the council regarding air quality improvement recommendations. On the common consent agenda, the council approved the appointments of Christine Ibsen, Roger Snow, and Yvette Vasquez to the Ogden Diversity Commission. The council also set a public hearing for September 15th to consider a budget amendment that recognizes and appropriates $114,250 in grant funding for a homeless service advocate position. The entire recording from the meeting of August 25th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.